Session 283, Chapter 2, Verse 256. A continuation. There is no compulsion in religion. The right course has become distinct from error, so whoever rejects the powers of evil and believes in God has grasped the firmest handhold, one that will never break. God is all-hearing and all-knowing. Chapter 2, Verse 256. Let's start by exploring the phrase, "The right course has become distinct from error." The right course is the path of salvation, and the error is the path to destruction. Allah clarifies further in the following verse. I will keep distracted from my signs those who behave arrogantly on earth without any right, and who, even if they see every sign, will not believe in them. They will not follow the right course if they see it, but will take the way of error if they see that. This is because they denied our signs and paid them no heed. Chapter 7, Verse 146. The opposite of the right course is the way of error, translated from the Arabic origin al-ghayy. When a traveler in the desert loses his path, we use the verb ghawa, which not only means that the man is lost, but also means that he is in danger. Allah teaches us that arrogance and injustice will be rewarded with misguidance and ruin. The verse continues, So whoever rejects the powers of evil and believes in God has grasped the firmest handhold, one that will never break. Take note that God mentioned renouncing the powers of evil before he mentioned belief in God. Why, you may ask? We answer that purifying your heart from all evil is a prerequisite to faith in God. You must let go of all other beliefs first, and then embrace faith into your heart. We wash our clothes from all dirt first, and only then we iron them and put them on. The powers of evil is translated from the Arabic origin Taghoot. The translation powers of evil does not embody the full meaning of Taghoot, so let's take a moment to explain the word further. Taghoot is derived from the root tagha, and the word Taghoot is in the superlative exaggerated form. The powers of evil refer to Satan and to those who use their whims and desires to legislate and declare who is a proper believer and who is not. They trade faith for temporary worldly power. Taghoot is used for sorcerers and fraudsters. It is also used for anyone who transgresses and exceeds his or her boundaries. The powers of evil cover a wide spectrum from tyrants to demons and witch doctors, and especially to Satan, because he is the origin of transgression. Another distinctive attribute of a Taghoot is the one who increases in tyranny if he is obeyed. You often see that in the early years of a dictator, he tests the people with small transgressions. If he sees that the people have followed or turned a blind eye, he transgresses and terrorizes further, and so on. God says, describing Pharaoh, So he incited his people to levity, and they obeyed him. Surely they were perverse people. Chapter 43, Verse 54. A tyrant incites people to transgress over the rights of others, one small step at a time. He continues until he becomes a dictator. No one became a dictator overnight. It is a gradual process, and often a large portion of the population act as enablers until it becomes a system of Taghoot. It is obedience that makes the Taghoot increase in transgression. There are also corrupt priests and imams who abuse their knowledge and power to serve tyrants in the name of religion. Many media moguls abuse their powers to instill fear and foment hate among people. Taghoot encompasses all of these meanings. Allah wants you to cleanse your heart from all types of evil, and then turn to Him in pure worship. He says, So whoever rejects the powers of evil and believes in God has grasped the firmest handhold, one that will never break. The word grasp is translated from the Arabic origin istemsaka, which is an exaggerated form of to hold, or masaka. Istemsaka means to grasp firmly, because adhering to God's teachings is a struggle for the soul. Why? Because as long as you are on God's path, Satan would not leave you alone. You will also face much opposition and temptation from many elements of society. Thus, it is not sufficient to hold. Rather, you have to grasp firmly to your faith. God says, narrating Satan's words, He said, "By your misguidance of me, I will lie in ambush for them on your straight path. I will come at them from their front and their back, from their right and their left, and you will find that most of them are ungrateful." Chapter 7, verses 16 and 17. The verse continues, "Whoever rejects the powers of evil and believes in God has grasped the firmest handhold, one that will never break." The firmest handhold, translated from the Arabic origin al-urwatul wuthqa, which has a reference from the desert environment. It is a tightly wound, heavy-duty rope commonly used to tie the bucket, which is lowered down into the well to draw water. It is the most important rope because it represents our link to the source of life and sustenance in the desert. Likewise, God's teachings are our link to the source of life and sustenance for the soul.
The prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Convey my teachings to the people, even if it is only a single verse." Please take a moment to subscribe and to share with your family and friends. Visit us at www.QURANGARDEN.com.